Welcome to today's video podcast. If you're an entrepreneur photographer, this is for you. Hello and welcome to this week's podcast. So far, we've learned how to set up an appointment, take the photo shoot, and now this week we're going to learn how to edit your photos. So let's check it out. Now you don't have to have Photoshop, but it's preferred. There are other programs or websites that are just like Photoshop in a way. So let's start. First thing I'm going to do is draw a mustache on her. Then blacken out her eyes. Give her some evil eyebrows. And devil horns. Don't you think that looks good? Don't do things to the photos the customer wouldn't want. Common sense. So, first thing we're going to do is change the lighting. We're going to go under Image, Adjustments, and Levels. Bring up the light a little bit until what you think looks good. Next, we're going to create a new layer and we're going to even out her skin tone. You want the eyedropper and click anywhere on her forehead. Next, we go to the brush and just color on her face. Avoid the eyes, eyebrows, nostrils, and mouth. Also do the neck. Then you're going to go up to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. You want the pixels to be on 2.0 and click OK. Ignore this preview. And then you're going to go over to your layers. Make sure you clicked on the layer that has the paint on it. And bring that down to about 30% until what you think looks good, and you can tell if it looks fake or not. So here's the before, and here's the after. Do discuss back and forth the specifics of the photos. You can send them to your client to see if they approve or want little changes. When you do that, have your name kind of plastered on the photo so that they can't print them off without your consent. This is called stealing. I'm sure all of you know that. What I'm talking about is go to the type tool, make a box, type your name, change the color to white, then free transform it, and bring down the opacity to about 35 so that it's see-through. This way, if they bring it to a store and try to copy the photos, the person working will have to deny them. Now that this is done and you're ready to order your photos, make sure you delete your name from the photo. You can easily order your prints. There are many websites you can order from. There are local printing stores you can go to. Whatever you do, please do not go to Walmart. They just don't look professional at all. Alright folks, so what have we learned so far? In podcast 1, we learned not to get mad at your customer when they call you for an appointment and you can't do the same time as them. In podcast 2, we learned not to bombard your customer when you greet them. Always make sure it's a formal handshake or a hug. Also, dress appropriately, never forget your camera, and never get mad at your client at all costs. In podcast 3, we learned not to over-edit your photos and not to make your customer look ridiculous. And if you need help, ask somebody with Photoshop knowledge. And if you can't find anybody, Go to any search engine on the internet, type in Photoshop tutorials, and that will bring you to step-by-step processes for your specific thing that you're looking for. Also, always make sure your watermark is on your photos, so that when you give your samples to your customer, they can't steal your photos without your knowledge. And then, when you go to order their photos, make sure it's through a professional place. I'm sorry, not to diss Walmart, but it's not very professional for your photos. Okay, so thanks for watching Podcast 3. Tune in next week for Podcast 4, the delivery process. Did you know that Canon's advanced imaging technology is trusted by professionals in diverse industries to perform vital tasks and improve the quality of people's lives? If you didn't know that, or you would like to learn more, go to www.canon.com.